Hello viewers and welcome to another edition of our women's program Karimpai. Today in this program we will be discussing and talking about Poshan Abhiyaan, or the benefits of good nutrition. Well, Poshan Abhiyaan, also known as the National Nutrition Mission, is a flagship program that was launched way back in 2018 to tackle and to address the malnutrition problems that is being faced in the country, that is in India. Well, as I said, it is a flagship program, a special program under the government of India, a scheme, a program which addresses the nutritional aspects, especially among children, among adolescents, among pregnant mothers as well as lactating mothers. Now the program, the term called Poshan Abhiyaan, Poshan, actually is, the full form of it stands for Prime Minister's overarching scheme for holistic nutrition. And the program has very specific targets, especially to address malnutrition, anemia among girls, women, mothers as well, to address stuntedness, stunting, and also low birth rate. Now, a lot of focus every year is given, and especially a month is kept aside to speak about the importance of nutrition. And this year, the theme for Poshan Pakhwara is nutrition for all, together towards a healthy India. So today we are gathered here to talk about nutrition, to talk about Poshan, and to understand what is the situation here in the state, where is the state lagging behind, what more can be done, what are the difficult areas, the challenges that often come in the way. And well, this is a discussion that we will have today in this program. And viewers, to talk about this very significant and an important topic in our program today, we are very delighted to have in our midst two of our panelists here. We have Nafeesa El Nongri. She is a dietitian, of course, and previously she was the chief dietitian with Bethany Hospital, and presently she has her own clinic called Good Health Diet Clinic. She is with us to explain and to talk so much about nutrition. We are also being joined by Jesselinda Manners. She is also a dietitian and she is presently with Woodlands Hospital. So there you have it, two of our very esteemed panelists here. We will be talking and looking completely into the whole aspect of nutrition, and we'll get a lot more information. But before I go ahead and speak to them, let's watch a short video clip based on this topic that we have taken up for today.
Food is one of the basic necessities of life. In spite of this, we find that there are those who barely get to eat 2 square meals a day. The reason? Poverty. It is here that the government has a pivotal role to play in providing facilities so that no person ever goes to bed hungry. Schemes like the Poshan Abhiyaan and the Poshan Pakhwara are held many times in a year so as to make sure that food in a balanced form of nutrition reaches every household in our country. Food for pregnant and lactating mothers, school children, and those who fall in the category of getting free ration from the government are the beneficiaries of such schemes. It is thus up to those in authority to make sure that such facilities reach the target groups and that there is no pillaging along the way, so that the people who need them reap the benefits. It is only then that we can surely say that there is indeed nutrition for all in the country.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and both of you a very, very hearty welcome, Nafeesa and Jesselinda, for coming to the studios of Doordarshan and to talk about this very important topic, right? I mean, every year we do celebrate Poshan Abhiyaan. You know, there is a month which is called Poshan Ma, where the government has exclusively set out a month to give information, to highlight and to bring out the significance of and the importance of nutrition. Right. So I would like to start with you, Nafeesa. Tell us a little bit, why do you think, the government has kept aside a month called Poshan Ma and the whole program called the Poshan Abhiyaan?
Basically to improve the nutritional status of the individual. So if the individual nutritional status is improved, then automatically the family, the nutritional status of the family, and the community as a whole.
Yes, it has a very circulatory effect on the entire community as well, right? It
Yes.
begins from the home and it boils down to the society at large.
Yes.
Okay, I come to you, Jeslinda. How important, according to you, is good nutrition?
Good nutrition, actually, it's very, very important because it plays a very important role for the health. Actually, not only for the children, but also for the completely for the whole family. Actually, because if we have a good nutrition, if we start eating healthy, then only we will get a complete overall nutrition and health.
Yes, yeah. So when we talk about nutrition, of course, you know, the stress here is a lot on women, on children, on lactating mothers, on pregnant mothers. But nutrition on the whole is very important for each and every member, you know, of the society, of the family, of everybody, right? Be it men, women. And it begins, I guess, right from childhood?
Yes,
Yeah?
right from childhood, from conception, I would say.
From conception only. But then, you know, when we talk about nutrition, I think we see it all around us. So many wrong nutrition is going on, right? So let us start, where are we going wrong? Right from childhood, you know, when a child is a school goer, where is the nutrition going wrong? At that level?
Okay. Yes, right from childhood, like most of the parents, like through my experience and speaking with the teachers, they would come and tell me, you see, they pack only rice and potato or rice with chips. Okay, so we have to look into the nutritional requirements, not only to satisfy a hunger. Okay, the nutritional requirements, like the body requirements, different types of nutrients like proteins, carbohydrate, vitamins, minerals, roughage. So it has to be a balanced diet, not just to satisfy a hunger.
Nowadays, especially school children, instead of packing something healthy from home, they are just going outside buying chips, maybe biscuits, something. No? Actually, from there, it's, I think, that's the problem.
That's where things are going wrong. It is from that level things are going wrong. And of course,
start from home.
Yes, absolutely, because you know, children will be stubborn and they will wish for certain things, like whatever they see. But it is the role of the parents. Here comes the role of the parents, that we must not actually listen to every woman fancy of a child, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because both of you are in the field, you all are meeting patients. Children are coming with you also. Do you find with the growing number of years that you know, the children maybe earlier used to come with different health problems, and today are they coming to you with different health problems?
Yes, of course.
Nowadays, especially in the hospital, people actually most of the mothers will come to the hospital, bring their children. They used to say, okay, he's having this problem, this kind of problem. Maybe they will ask us, do you have any specific chart for that? Because nowadays children are so stubborn, they won't eat healthy foods. So instead of that, they used to get stomach upset, they used to get diarrhea most of the time.
So nowadays, I feel most of the children, they come with obesity. And then NAFLD is most common. It's non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay, so because they consume too much of refined things and fatty things.
Mostly actually junk foods.
Junk foods.
Which is unhealthy food. It fills with sugar, fat, salt, and sometimes preservative also it's there. So maybe because of that problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, imagine little children suffering from diabetes, from you know, obesity, hypertension. Yeah.
Kidney damage also nowadays, it's very common, especially in our hospitals.
And so that means it is all related to the food that is given to them.
Yes.
You know.
Chances are high because of that only. Because if you don't start eating healthy, definitely. Definitely, I'll say.
Yes. And now let's come to girls and women. Now, today's young teenage girl will become tomorrow's woman, and in the future she'll become a mother too, right? So there is a problem there also. I mean, when I go out in the streets, I'm sure you all have also noticed that most of the school children, the girls and the boys, they are, you know, gathered around those puchka walas,
aloo puri,
yeah, which is so unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
full of salt, and you know, once they are they get addicted to it also.
Literally.
They want to eat every day, every time, every day they want
Cravings
to eat.
for that same
Cravings
food,
for
actually.
those. And then they will not eat healthy foods because they had satisfied the hunger by eating those unhealthy foods.
Plus,
Not
I think,
only
ma'am,
unhealthy, it is
plus
also
I think, ma'am,
unhygienic.
Unhygienic.
Yeah.
It can be found easily. It's quite cheap also
easily
nowadays.
available, it's cheap.
Right,
Those are
right.
Easy to prepare also. I think so because of that also. Maybe people, they tend to go and buy junk
But
food.
that is so wrong, isn't it?
They
I
don't
mean,
have time to eat healthy foods at home.
And because of our lifestyle also, I think, because nowadays we are so busy, we don't even have time to be at home, to prepare food at home. Might be because of that problem also.
Yeah, that is a very important point actually, because we know both parents may be working and they are in a hurry in the
Yes.
morning. They are not being able to, you know, cook. But that also cannot be an excuse,
No,
right?
cannot be an
Yeah.
excuse. They have to discipline themselves, you know. They have
We
to
should
make
have to
time.
increase the willpower also to avoid junk food and start eating healthy foods actually.
Right, because you know, parents giving quality time to children, and here lies the role, their role. When you are not taking care of your children, means you are bringing up unhealthy adults in the individuals for the future. Because you know, a lot of stress is also, and in this program also, we will be talking about women especially and mothers, right? Because as you said that, you know, health of a child begins from inception.
Yes.
As soon as the child is conceived in the mother's womb, actually we need to take care of that unborn baby who once born will be as a healthy and as well as, you know, because I think, you know, nutrition plays a role, has a role both in the physical, the mental also, right? So tell us a little bit about this, about where the women, you know, and especially the mothers are going wrong, and the need of good proper diet. So what should the diet be?
So from the time of inception, yes,
Inception,
and then that is the period when there's a lot of stressful life for the woman. Okay, because of the
Lot of
growing
hormonal,
fetus, hormonal changes, and then she has to take care of herself and also of the baby, of the fetus. So that is the period which she has to be very careful about what she eats also, because she
Because you have to eat for two actually.
for two,
Yeah.
and then extra energy, extra protein she has to take,
carbohydrate, fats,
carbohydrate, everything, all the nutrients. Okay, so she has to take extra care, and then also, and moreover, teenage pregnancy, all those, and then poverty, all those add up to the stress of the woman. Okay, so she has to be
particular about her diet, yeah.
about
Because
diets.
you know, once you have decided you want to become a mother, obviously you have understood, you know,
Yes.
you have taken that
You have to
responsibility.
change your lifestyle actually,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, yes.
That's the
So
correct
a
word.
little bit more you would like to add.
Yes, ma'am. Like what Nafi she said, we have to take extra care. So at that time, all the nutrients a mother needs will be actually it has increased.
Okay.
Increase actually.
Yeah.
Okay, it has increased like carbohydrate, protein, fats. She have to add daily in her diet, like a complete balanced diet. She have to follow because she's not eating for herself at that time. She have to eat for the baby also.
Also, right, right.
So all the kinds of nutrients she need. So at that time.
And then we can achieve by increasing the amount, and not just carbohydrate what we get from rice. Okay, so we have to increase the protein intake, and then protein is required for the growing fetus, also for the
Development
mother,
of
the
fetus.
strength. So she has to increase it through milk, eggs, and in Indian women, most of them are non-vegetarian. Nowadays, I feel that everyone wants to go veggies. No?
Because
That
so
they become
it is-
fit and slim. They will try.
Yes.
They thought actually they thought only they thought no? If they are not going to eat meat, so maybe they will lose weight like that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
kind of
because
concept in their
this-
head.
Yes,
actually, it's that.
because this wrong concept that you know you need to become a size 0 to
Yes.
stay
Zero.
slim.
So instead of getting all the nutrients requirements, so they tend to choose unhealthy food sometimes.
Right, right.
And then they'll be deficient in some of the
Deficient,
nutrients
yes.
also.
Yeah, because nutrition does play a role. Because here I have seen mostly there is a problem in the state, and that is of stuntedness.
Yes.
You would like to add anything about stunted growth, because you know that is also directly linked with the diet, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah?
sure. because after all, like I have said, if the mother doesn't eat properly, definitely she will be delivering a baby, which
low birth weight
low
babies,
birth weight,
premature,
low birth, yeah.
which is
Premature
very
baby.
common nowadays.
Very
Prematurity babies.
Yeah.
So especially with undernourished mothers.
undernourished
Okay.
mother.
The mother is
If
already
she's not eating healthy,
Yeah.
then definitely a baby also will not be healthy.
Yes, because when we are talking about nutrition, we are talking of undernutrition and also nutrition.
Yes.
Undernutrition and also to how to enhance nutrition, right? So there is two different aspects of it, right? First, you have to take care of the undernutrition, and then you also take care of nutrition, right? So so because y'all are also there in the field. Where are the mothers going wrong, both in the urban and the rural areas? Is the rural scene better than the urban scene, you feel, because in the rural areas they may be accessible to more nutritious vegetables, or so is it better there, you feel, or is it the same case?
See, in rural areas, most of the cases are anemic.
Oh, anemia.
Anemia. So most of the mothers are anemic. Okay, so
And that is also because of nutrition.
that is because of nutrition.
Yeah.
Plus,
They
they are
are
working
the-
so hard, I think, so they don't even have time.
Okay.
It's nothing like compared to the urban areas. Even rural areas also, they are facing problem because of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes due to poverty also.
Yeah, poverty is
Poverty.
one of the
Poverty
very
is a must, I
important
think
reasons.
so,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
And ignorant
rural
also.
areas.
Ignorance. True.
Ignorant also.
Yeah.
Why? Because they would definitely they would grow in the gardens vegetables and all, but they wouldn't eat. They would prefer to sell them instead of eating
Yes,
them.
due to poverty.
That is what the next point I was coming to. There is an increasing stress and focus now to grow your own food. Right?
Kitchen garden,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
should
a
have.
kitchen
Everyone,
garden.
I think, so should have a
Right.
kitchen garden.
So, in the kitchen garden, is the kitchen garden enough to at least supplement the food, or to have that kind of nutritious, grow your own vegetables, which will actually benefit the mother, if not the rest of the family members? Can't that be an option that can
yes,
be explored?
that is a good option. That is
Best
a good
option,
option
actually.
Instead of
Everybody should have.
getting from the markets, which are, they are not
They are adding
organic.
something
Yeah,
preservative
organic,
and all,
right,
so
right.
it's not healthy actually.
And maybe expensive too.
Expensive
So,
too.
Expensive also.
I mean, I've seen here a lot of women are into gardening. They're growing beautiful flowers. It looks
Yes.
pretty. How about growing some vegetables also in your own garden? And you add that in your meal and also to the family's meal.
Families.
Right?
Yes.
I would like to, come to an important point, millet, because
Yes.
this year has been declared as International Year of Millet.
Millet.
The government has realized that millet, which was actually an animal fodder once upon a time, it has been found to have so much more nutrition. The nutrition, it is packed with nutrition, and therefore the year has been declared as International Year of Millet to stress upon this very, very simple food that is known as millet. And millet is also grown, I believe it grows in the state quite well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about millets and how this can be popularized, and how, in which manner it can be added in little amount in our food or in our chapatis or rotis, whatever we eat.
So millet, here we do get ragi. Okay, so there are different types of millets,
Millets, right.
like bajra, jowar, sorghum. But here we usually get it from Bhoi area.
Exactly.
That side they grow millet. And then before it was not used, but now the government has come up with a
Program.
to implement
Yeah,
the millet consumption.
right.
So it is very nutritious food. It is high in protein.
Right.
It is a cereal. It is high in protein and other nutrients like carbohydrates, and then calcium, and then magnesium, and
You do
it's
contain
very
potassium also,
potassium
which is
also.
very
Yeah.
important actually for a pregnant mother.
Yeah, and each of these factors, each of these, be it protein, be it carbohydrate, be it fat, potassium, calcium, whatever you're talking about, is all equally important to our
Of course,
life,
it's-
right?
Yes.
To our
Yes.
health.
To our health.
Right? Now let's come to, because we are talking about mothers, and then we are also talking about lactating mothers, that is mothers who are now feeding their babies. what should be their diet? Because you are now looking after yourself fine, but you're also looking after a newborn baby, a lactating mother, a baby who's just been born. What should be the food content of the mother who's feeding her child?
Actually, when a woman breastfeed at that time, she usually needs extra calories, which can be easily found in our food sources such as
more than what she needs
What she
during
needs.
pregnancy.
Okay.
of course protein also she do needs actually for the growth and development of the baby. Then sometimes vitamin B12 also, then choline, then zinc, then magnesium, all those nutrients actually a lactating mother do needs actually.
Yeah, you are talking in terms of protein, you're talking about carbohydrates, but maybe our our ladies who are watching this program will understand better if you specify it in terms of food.
Okay, when I
Yeah.
say carbohydrate, that we can easily get from eating rice actually, then whole grains, then millets also.
They can
of course.
use millets.
They can use millets also.
They can add in chapatis,
That's
or
one.
they can add like a drink also. They can just add milk and honey, or they can just
in the form of
in the
actually
form of a
beverages
porridge.
also. In the form of
and
beverages
then
also. they can do.
beverages. They can have millet. It's nutritious.
Then
they-
protein, of course, protein also. They can
Protein
easily
is
found
there
from
in
lean
milk,
meat.
it is in
Milk,
eggs,
meat,
eggs.
fish, poultry, eggs, beans,
And then
especially pulses and legumes.
whole grams.
whole grams, okay.
They
Yeah.
can have.
Then of
and
course fat.
Chana, that we know it as chana,
Chana.
right? Okay.
Then of
In
course
fact,
fats.
that chana which we get it from roadside, just roasted, it's a very healthy snack.
Okay, all right, yeah,
No fat, but it's good
It
source
is-
of protein.
absolutely, okay, okay.
Then of course essential fatty acids, which is mostly omega-3 and omega-6, which we can easily found in fish, egg, then of course in beans.
And also seeds, pumpkin seeds. You need not throw them. You can use them and just
It's
add
full
it
of
in
fatty
addition.
acid, healthy fat actually,
And then
for a
it's
lactating mother.
more of zinc, magnesium. You can
From
achieve
where-
from pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin
like in
seeds,
rural areas, they can no need to throw them. You can use it, and then it's nutritious. So that's how they can consume, how to improve their nutritional status.
Okay.
And then calcium, iron-rich foods like green leafy
Green leafy
vegetables.
That green leafy vegetable especially.
And then they can also take nuts. So rural urban people, they are more conscious about what they eat also. And then they can nuts like walnuts,
Peanuts actually.
peanuts, and then
Almonds also. We can
almonds.
add daily.
And then date is a rich source of iron. They
Iron,
can have
exactly. Very, and even your because I personally take a lot of dates, and I have seen that there has been an improvement,
Yes.
a good amount of improvement in my
Yes, it
hemoglobin.
will shoot your
Yes,
hemoglobin.
True.
And of course calcium for strong bones and teeth, which you can easily get from milk. Any low fat milk also will do, no problem.
Yeah.
And then folic acid, B12
B12
vitamins, and then
to improve blood circulation.
Right. So it is not necessary, isn't it, that we include supplements like these pills?
No,
that
actually,
we
for a lactating mother especially, it's not good.
It is not good.
It's not good, actually. It's very
Generally,
harmful.
also
It's very
we can
harmful.
just have
yes,
yeah.
doctors they prescribe those supplements like
Yeah,
calcium,
when it is very
folic
low,
acid.
right.
Yes, throughout pregnancy they prescribe.
yeah.
Okay, to prepare the mother during childbirth, and also for the reserve for the child, and also there are so much of changes in the body, so they need extra calcium and folic acid also. There are so many changes like increase of the body tissue, and then blood supply, everything like changes. So they usually prescribe, which will prevent calcium deficiency, and then some those pre-eclampsia we say, which is caused by
High blood pressure,
high
actually.
high blood pressure. So they need to take, but like people has to be aware like that they have to take it as prescribed by the doctors.
Exactly, because you know often what is happening is that you know they think that the doctors are not so right, and you know the person is more informed, and so they think that these are too many medicines I cannot have, but these are given for you as well as the baby who will be born.
Yes.
So one must carry on taking that, and they say that the first 1,000 days is very, very important for the baby's growth, right? Yeah, because you would just like to add something quickly.
Like for low birth weight babies, it's very important, okay? Because after the birth of the baby, especially low birth weight babies, okay? So the mortality rate, 28 weeks to 7 days, and from 7 days to 1 month. That is the crucial period of the baby. Neonates, we call it neonates. And from gestation, 28 weeks of gestation to 7 days, it's known as the prenatal period. Mostly for low birth weight babies and premature babies.
Okay. And you know we often hear that, oh, my baby is so small, it's hardly just 3 kgs or under 3 kgs, and you know but that is again because of nutrition, right?
Lack of nutrition.
Lack of nutrition, because the mother has not
taken
care of herself by eating the right food, and she was eating actually the wrong food. So I really hope that you know programs such as these that we keep on conducting from Doordarshan is helping, because we bring people like you to address these issues, to talk about it, and to raise awareness, so that this understanding comes to all people who are watching this program today, the importance and the very significant importance of nutrition, and what kind of role it plays, and the nutrition, it should begin right from childhood,
Right from childhood,
and it should continue well till our old age also, right? Because at each phase of our life, nutritional, you know, the
nutrition plays an important role.
Plays an important role, and the intake of it also keeps changing, right? So I'm sure that all the information today both of you have given, you know, has proved very, very important to all of our viewers who are watching this program. So I would like to thank, you know, Nafis Abha El Nongri, as well as Jeslinda Manners for coming to the studios of Doordarshan Shillong and feeding us with these important information. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well then, dear viewers, well, I'm sure that all the information that you've received today through this program given by these dietitians, who I'm sure give it to everybody else also, the patients who come to them, but today you've got it literally for free, but then you'll take this the kind of prescription that they have given, especially for young teenage girls, for mothers, and for lactating mothers, and for generally for everyone who is watching this program, to understand the crucial need that nutrition plays in our life for our overall well-being and good health. Thank you very much for joining in our program, and until next time, from all of us here, it's wishing you goodbye.